Over the last few weeks, we have talked about ways that you can get your home ready for spring, and today it's about your yard.
Now, not necessarily about planting, but rather seeing what work may have to be done to keep your shrubs and trees healthy. Brian Spiros tagged along on a recent job with Sussex Tree Incorporated to see what you should be looking for and why the trees in your yard are more valuable than you may think.
It may sound weird, but trees talk to us.
One of the simple things to notice is bark falling off, a tree that's a limb that's half broken, or it doesn't have buds on it.
These are just some of the ways the trees in our yard tell us there's a problem that needs to be addressed. But are you paying attention?
Typically, people don't look up until they see things on the ground.
There are concentrations looking ahead of themselves and not looking at the health until something happens.
Jeff Meredith is a certified arborist and owner of Sussex Tree Incorporated, located in Bridgeville and Rehoboth Beach. Richie Thurman is director of operations for the company, which has been in business since 1987. Both say now is the time of year people should be taking notice of what's going on outside their home. But before we get to that, it's important to understand the value trees have on your property.
Trees is probably about a 10% increase on property value.
People are paying $10,000 to $20,000 more for a lot that actually has trees on it compared to a completely cleared lot.
So case in point, make sure your trees look great. The Sussex Tree recommends pruning, especially coming out of the winter months. That gets rid of dead or weak branches. If you see some already laying around your yard, that means a tree or two could use trimming, ensuring health and safety.
One of the things that we have is called hazard pruning, and what that is we look in a tree, and anything that could fall out of the tree that could hurt a person, an object, a house, a car, anything like that, we consider a hazard. So by removing the dead wood, you're not only removing that particular piece that is a hazard, you're also preventing further decay in the tree.
And getting to a tree that has to be trimmed is not a problem. Sussex Tree has this contraption called the spider. It puts the tallest tree within reach. Because it's so compact, it can fit into any yard and doesn't leave any damage behind. Even if you don't see any downed branches in your yard, there are other ways to tell if a tree on your property has a health issue.
Basically, they should be looking for the bud of the tree. All trees now, their bud is ready to actually pop. Their little bud, it's already on the tree. You know, if it doesn't have a bud on it now, then it's probably sections of that tree or a branch structure is dead.
Just gonna check everything. I'll let you know when we're done.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Sussex Tree has several certified arborists on staff. Think of them as tree doctors. This allows them to come out and diagnose an issue after you notice something out of the ordinary.
Plant health care for us encompasses your entire landscape. And what we do is we have certified arborists that come out, take a look at your property. They also look at your lawn, along with the rest of your bushes and trees and shrubs.
Some common problems Sussex Tree often comes across: diseases such as a fungus, which is common in the spring. Then there are insects like wood borers or bagworms, which damage trees. One way to fix some of these problems is through injections.
We do actually injection into the soil to have the tree take that up, okay, to take it up it all through the tree to kill that insect that's in the tree.
It's very common, and people typically don't notice until it's too late and the tree has to be removed. If it's caught early on, the tree can be treated, trimmed, very inexpensive, quick way to take care of your property, because these trees are 40 and 50 years old, some 100 years old. It's not something that you can just replace tomorrow.
In most cases, I'd sooner save a tree and deadwood it. Basically, we diagnose and can tell you whether the tree needs to come out. In most cases, probably 70% of the time, we can save the tree.
But there are those cases when Sussex Tree has to take one of these down. Stump and all. And while trees are important, there are other things in your yard you should also be keeping a close eye on.
Last year, if you notice that your plant material didn't grow at all, there's something that's stunning that growth. That's something that you can notice. If you have a plant that hasn't grown, you know, past 3 foot tall in 5 years, and that means it must be in decline.
Finally, it never hurts to call in a professional, even if you're unsure about something going on in your yard.
And one thing that people may look at their property and say, well, I think I may have issues, but I'm not really sure and I don't want to look stupid by calling, the easiest thing to do would be to call, have a free estimate, to have someone evaluate your property and give you a plant health care plan. Whether you choose to move forward with that is up to you. But at least then you know the issues that you could have on your property, the issues that you have now, and you know that your trees are in good health or if they need something done to them.
Another important piece of information from Sussex Tree: if you have any work being done in your yard and there's heavy machinery or digging, make sure feeder roots aren't damaged. These roots extend far out from the base of the tree and sit a couple of inches under the ground. They help suck up nutrients and water. If they're badly damaged, the tree could die and have to be taken down. Good information.
Stuff I got to do.
Yeah, still ahead on Delmarva Life. We all love a good deal, especially when that deal involves a swanky vacation. Up next, how to vacation like the stars without breaking the bank.
I'll tell you what, while we are talking money, we have teamed up with Sussex County Federal Credit Union to help you make better sense of your money. Here's Deb with this week's tip.
On behalf of Sussex County Federal Credit Union, I'm Debbie Jewell with this week's Dollars and Cents tip. With the convenience of instant access to technology, online usage has become a part of daily life for most of us. Unfortunately, the increased use of the information highway has also led to a surge in identity theft. Protecting yourself, your phone, and your computer is possible with just a few simple steps. If you haven't already, password protect your computer and cell phone. It's also possible to add a tracking device to your equipment in the event they are lost or stolen. And be sure that your computer has antivirus software installed on it. Whether you're using a mobile device to manage your bank account or shop online, it's also important to only use safe and secure sites. Do not enter your personal information through a shared wireless connection or on a public computer, as thieves with tracking devices can capture your information. Lastly, monitor your accounts, credit cards, and credit report to ensure there aren't any unauthorized charges. Safeguarding your personal information is how to help prevent becoming a victim of identity theft. Together, we can achieve more.